Hello YouTubers. So today I'm going to show you another one of my favorite openings. This one is called the Evans Gambit. It comes out of the Gioco piano. And I'm going to look at it through the lens of themes. So I'm going to look for some of the iconic moves and sort of show you how they apply to every variation black could try. So this is the position from which the gambit starts. Once black takes that pawn, white can now play c3 with tempo. Now c3 allows white to play d4 and really break up in the center, but because of the pawn sacrifice it now comes one move faster for black. So at this point black usually plays bishop a5, e7, or c5 because moves such as bishop to d6 or e8 are very counterproductive. They hem in that bishop there, or they completely are ridiculous. So at this point, e7, we're going to play pawn, black takes, and white's going to castle. So now what that allows black to do, or white to do, is it frees up this pawn to take right here. The pawn can take d4 because it's removed in on the king. So if black should choose to take that pawn, then white can come in with queen b3 attacking that pawn and f7, which is a key idea. Queen b3 attacking that square. So at this point, if the black queen comes out to f6 or e7, either way, they're both bad for black because white can just drive that pawn, chasing the queen off. And if black should be foolish enough to take, then white can pin it. And it's starting to look pretty dire for black. Moves like knight take is coming. And if you look a little closer, if black plays d6 trying to protect the knight, then queen to a4 check forks and wins the bishop right here. So that's the main line of what happens if the queen comes out to try and defend that pawn. If black just continues or if he tries to put knight over here, then as you can see, remove that defender, pawn takes, and now f7 happens. The king really needs to come over on the 8th rank, and now white just moves his bishop back, and he's threatening all kinds of things. Not only that, he's more than won his material back. So that doesn't work. So clearly the only real way to meet this threat is just to make normal development, like knight here. But even that doesn't really work, because after queen takes check, king comes over, the game's going well for white. So as we can see, most continuations of bishop a5 are no good. So now let's look at bishop c5. We should play the same move, and to this the bishop can come back either square. Let's say it comes back to b5. Oh, sorry. Actually, the best move here, according to Rivka, is pawn takes, and now the bishop can either come back, or it can come in check. If it comes in check, just trade off, and white has a far more active game. If it should come back to b6, then now notice that queen to b4 would be a mistake because knight a5, and white is losing his attack. So at this point, white can just castle. Black makes a developing move probably, and now bishop a3. This is another thematic move in the Evans Gambit, because by stopping black from castling, white's superior development is even more painfully felt. So as you can see, c3 or c5 doesn't work very well either. Now let's look at bishop takes, c3, pawn e7, you guessed it, we still play d5, and after takes, black makes some developing move. Sorry, no, that's the wrong line. I was kind of questioning that the whole time. After the bishop comes back, now queen b5, after which if the knight comes out, then it's just sort of check, come over, and now we attack knight. And black takes, we take, and we have a better game. So as you can see, most variations of the Evans gambit lead to a slight material disadvantage for white temporarily, but by the end, white more than manages to get it back. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you can get something out of it. And until then, happy gaming.